I gotta repeat. Now honestly, mate, do you mind if it ease up? I signed up for negativity, found your face, now I easy. When no pull up, straight active, forward united like Rashford. Defenders far, but please Marcus, we departed too far like elastic. Oh no, real love they can't matches. Fate never so point with the matches. Payback, I'm loaded like a hunting. Got to forgive and leave it to me, cause it feel like most two-faced. Showing love and the work pays off in the process. I don't really see no fate. Stays up and around. If there is a home that's real, well I need that place. Now his time ain't yet, but he told me seek my face. Child, bread sums out so his face I can see. Die, lean on die, learn to repeat, die, heal on die.
And we're back. We're back. Welcome, guys, to another one in the Sweet Tower. It is Metal Slime time, so we'll be seeing a couple of slimes around. I hope everybody's having a good whatever day I upload this on. Subscribe and like for the Koopa Trike on our bike. Today, we're doing the Sage Mage, Dragon Mage Conquest. And we're gonna fight our good old pal. What is he called? Some horse guy over here or something. This is actually a hard boss, strangely enough, with this mage setup. But over here in the Sweet Tower, don't worry about this, guys. I got it under control. The solo quests shall continue, no matter what. And there's also a fun little part at the end of here. So let's collect this holy jug and come back and awaken our good old goddess and do the thing. But that's enough for the story spoilers for today. Yeah. Now, I'll get into my podcast topics of the day. We're talking about awakening. You know, of course, with the awakening of the goddess into our royal Eltona elf girl here. I'm trying not to make it weird, but anyways. With the awakening of them, we have to awaken ourselves, my friend, because the sad truth of the world, the sad truth of the life that we live is that we are the true ones. We are the real ones in the fake world. And I know you're a real one. I know real ones only look up the most knowledgeable of Dragon Quest X solo playthroughs. So I already know. No worries, guys. I'm not discounting your realness here. But we have to be vigilant and, you know, be measured in our awakened responses to certain individual stimuli that we receive here. But yeah, I just wanted to give a couple of thoughts, couple of topics, couple of opinions. Yeah, just on the state of, you know, the general fakeness, the general non-realness of the world, because you really do see it in a lot of places. In a lot of just general statements, because I feel like for the most part, and this of course isn't everyone, but for the most part, nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants to wake up every day and work out, wake up every day and record, wake up every day and make music, wake up every day and create, wake up every day and podcast. Nobody wants to do all that everyday grind, bullshit, consistency trash. But they all want, you know, the inevitable results of it, you know, the inevitable victories of it. And not even that, but they want the aesthetic that they are doing it and have been doing it the entire time as well. And it's like, you know, you can't have both. You have to actually real deal, real spiel, put in the work. And the reason why I know this is because I was one of these people. I feel like we all, to a certain extent, jump into this mode a little bit of just feeling like we deserve it. Through no merit, through no effort, just like I exist, so why fuck you pay me kind of shit, you know? And of course it's, you know, it's good to get there one day. I feel like we're all searching to get there one day. But you gotta work up to Dragon Master. Like, look at that. Poe just turned into a dragon. You think that's like day one, step one? You need a lot of work for that. But lately I've flipped the script. On that. See, a lot of people want that aesthetic that I am the strong warrior. I'm the best ever. You should come to me for everything. I'm doing all the work. When in reality, they're super lazy and boring and not doing anything and hate everybody and go home and goon. Me, I am the opposite. I want you to think I'm super boring, hateful, a loser. I come home and goon. I'm not improving my life at all. When in reality, well, you guys see what I'm doing. I don't even need to really intellectualize it. The results speak for themselves, really. There's a lot of content out here of me doing whatever the fuck this is. And I'm not gonna brag about all my failed channels or failed projects that I've gone through in the past. I'm just gonna say for this one, this is one of the first ones that I've actually just stayed consistent with it and uploaded like every day, constantly for like a game. So it feels good. It actually feels good, and I implore people who really want that aesthetic without doing it. Just I know it sucks. I know the beginning of the incompetency stage is hard. But it's very well worth it. And the problem with it is people don't like what they do in the first place. Like that was my problem for a second too, because of course I like making music. Of course I like making videos, but there's got to be love in all aspects of the creation process. And when it's not there, when you don't like watching what you do, when you don't like thinking about what you do, when it's not an obsession, um, I feel like it's not worth it. And that sounds crazy to people for some reason. Like, you're not going to do anything if you're not obsessed with it? I'm like, yes. Why would I do that if I'm not completely 110% in obsession, anxiety, manic mode? Why would I not? Why would I invest anything less than that? Because I know what power that holds. I've witnessed it. I've been in the presence of it. And now I want to embody it. I want to integrate that crazy manic obsession energy because I know the power it holds. I know the changes it can make in a life in a mere year. In a mere year. We've seen Nintendo make changes in a mere two. Stop fucking texting the damn group chat. Okay, I know we know the crazy things that Nintendo's done in 2 years. I mean, it went up $20 in 2 years. That's kind of unprecedented. So the main gist of my story, my little tale here of awakenings, is that you should want your dreams to take years and years and forever. Because then they're gonna last longer when you're up there. They're gonna last way, way longer. I know it sucks being broke, but just don't buy stuff. I know people suck, but just don't be around them. And I know you want to talk about how amazing and how great things are for you in your loner grinding stages, but I assure you, all that talking about it is taking things away from actually doing it. And and you got to remember, everybody just wants that aesthetic of being good without actually doing it. So they see you actually doing it, and they're like, "Fuck! How can I one stop him from doing it?" To bring him to where I am, or two, jump off of his doing it and envelop it into my own, or three. This is the really sad one. This is the really sad one. Stop him on his progress by berating him, by telling him it's not worth it, by telling him it's not enough, by telling him you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're convincing you, getting in your head. And I don't want that to happen to any of you guys, no matter what journey you're on, whether it's a fitness journey, a love journey, a work journey, a money journey, a creative journey, whatever it is. I'm saying walk that path lonely. All you need is you and your holy jug. Or you could be like Fuhrer and you might not even need the holy jug. You gotta wait a second, Because not everything is black and white. There are multiple reasons to go for the fame, and that's the reason why a lot of these motherfuckers don't want to do the work, because they see something disgusting in it, and you and me, we see the beauty in it. We see the joy in it. We see the heart in it. We see the hope in it, in all of the work that we do. Even this remedial retarded retail work that I do, that I have to go and do tomorrow. But it is not tomorrow, it's today, so I'm very happy. Right? But in any work that I do, I see the love. Because I make the love, because I am the love. But these hateful, deceitful, retreatful people, they don't see that when they're doing this work. When they have a talent and they feel like they can give back to the world by using it, they don't see that inherent fact, that trap door, that working towards your goals and actively pursuing your goals and reaching the goals is not the point of pursuing the goals. Pursuing the goals is like the goal of pursuing the goals. You get me? I don't think you understand this. Hold on, let me explain this better. The act of pursuing the goal is the reward, right? There we go. That feels a little bit better. Feels a little bit better. Which is why I say it takes a long time to truly figure out what the purpose is. And you gotta be honest with yourself, guys. I'm like, for me, I really just think it's like the baseline of entertainment. And I did not want to be in the entertainment industry specifically because I don't like the people. Me, no, no, no. But, I do like having, smiling faces. Admiration's also nice when they don't annoy me too much. Um, and it's something that I just feel like I'm naturally built for. Like, I like dancing, I like entertaining, I like smiling, I like making people laugh. I feel like it's very easy to do for me. So, yeah, now I see myself in that. And now that you truly see yourself there, you just gotta put yourself there mentally and just walk, man. Walk, man, and don't stress too much about the details. This is the true part, the true feel. Because there will be a lot of details that are unsolidified. First couple years you're doing this. I'll tell you that. Especially if you endeavor to care about other people's opinions. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of missed details. Because everyone's gonna lead you astray. I don't care how, man, loving or, understanding they may seem to be. When it's an artist thing, especially when it's a music thing, like everybody's gonna fucking lead you astray. I don't care who they are. Because just we all have different outlooks on music in general. So, um, you really gotta, to a certain extent, get your beginner wings, get the tutorial out the way as far as the creative license goes, and then once you've learned the basics, kind of just follow your own way. Like, what looks good, what sounds good. You have to know what sounds good if you're making music. So, you're like lying to yourself, whatever. You know what sounds good, what feels good to watch. If you're a YouTuber, you just gotta escape from that trap that we're inherently creating this art for someone to buy. I mean, like, of course that is okay. So I know I literally just sounded like, what is he talking about? Okay, you are creating it for someone to buy, but like, let's say the chef only thought about the people who are about to eat the food immediately as he was making it. He didn't actually think about like the art, the craft of making the best dish. If he catered it specifically to everyone that was in the store, this is a good person, so I'm gonna give him a better meal. This is a bad person, so I'm gonna give him a worse meal. I mean, of course they would have their routine patrons, but eventually the restaurant would get a bad rep or something. Eventually, because it's like catering and pandering. You're never gonna please everybody. Someone's always gonna get pissed off. You might as well just make it the same way or make it the way you want it. And that's really what I feel like, whenever someone is making food for a lot of people or making food for, a giant corporation or whatever, or whenever I've made food in general for like a lot of people, I make it how I would make it, unless told specifically otherwise. I'm just making it how I would make it. So same thing with YouTube, same thing with video games. But a lot of people try to pander. Stop. Pander and get every request and get everybody pleased and make everybody happy. It's the same thing with the DEI stuff, the diversity, equity, inclusion things. I feel like it's just feckless pandering that really makes, in the long term, in the long scheme of things, really makes no sense if you think about it. Because the entire rhetoric of America said you pull yourself up by your own competence, your own quality of character, your own efficiency and proficiency at what you do, you know? And so now the DEI is saying, "Oh, but we handicapped them, so now we're gonna handicap them back, you know, and give them more power." But at the same time, that's just gotten this mentality baked into us, us as me, you know, saying in the black community. Even though I really don't feel like I'm in the black community, as you can clearly tell, I feel like a lot of people may not even have known I have the dark skin color because I haven't cursed in the in realm in the past couple of episodes because you know it's just not a word that I have to use in my vernacular, and I don't normally have ebonics in the flexion. You know, the ebonics will come out, of course. You know, I can jump into that. I have like 8 different persona characters that I like to jump into, but yeah, I don't really find myself intrinsically invested in the black community. But the problem is the problem why I don't, you know, see that is because the problem is the whole DEI and stuff has gotten us this victim mentality. And now, whenever we see anything that has to deal with any kind of incompetence of a race or a general person or, you know, like some sort of negative stimuli, it always has to come back to the race issue, to the racism. And I'm like, maybe you're just a shit person. Maybe you're just really dumb. Maybe you're just not good this one thing that we're telling you you're not good at. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. You know, who knows, right? Maybe there are like different human beings built for different jobs. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? But see, with this mentality that we have, everyone thinks because of our skin color, we can't do specific things. You know, we can't mold into specific boxes already because of, you know, this in general mind state that we have. And you don't have to apply to this rhetoric in the community. And if you don't, then you know you're kind of out of it. You're kind of the weirdo. You're kind of the awkward guy. And I see that as just a general dilution of what it really means to be not only black, but like a man in general. Like what's what all this like we gotta conform to the retards because we are retard race. Like what the fuck is this shit? That's not what a man does. That's not what a guy does. Like we're supposed to forge our own way, and there's so much baked in conformity to modern 21st century Western society. And it's very sad. It's very, very sad. It's like, how are we more conformed? Um, yet we seem and we delude ourselves and we delude ourselves to believing that we're not. When in reality, I feel like the people over here in Japan have way more freedoms than us just because the freedom is in the mind. It's not actually being able to do whatever the fuck we want. It's like being able to think what we want and being able to dictate actions from that. That's what true freedom is. But honestly, we're not thinking for ourselves. The algorithm's doing that shit for us. You know, algorithm probably fed you this video. Algorithm probably gonna feed you the next one. And you know, how we get our music. It's how we get our news. It's how a lot of our food sources come in. You know, it's a lot of our ads come in. And we've just kind of accepted that in America. A lot of people don't even delve into deeper news sources than what pops up on the tweets on the X to get their news, and that's why we have crazy riots going on and people who don't even really understand that they're just rioting for criminals and actively ruining the integrity of the people who just want to be law-abiding citizens and chill out here, you know? They're actively ruining the integrity of the people who came here and did due process of immigration and did all of the steps necessary to actually become an American citizen. Because, guys, this place is pretty great. It allows me to make videos like this. You know, it allows me to play a game that's not even from this damn fucking country, which I think is pretty great. I think, you know, it's a right that I definitely don't take for granted. Just like I'm not taking our wonderful maiden Himea for granted. She's gonna leave us here. Using our holy jug. Gonna spread some sacrifices and protect the land. Everyone's so sad. But sacrifices must be made. Truly, truly, truly. Yeah, you gotta give up the goon, guys. You gotta give up the goon. At least some of the short form content. And I know I say that, you know, practice what you preach. Stop making the shorts. Bro, I just like making them. You know, I like music. And I feel like YouTube would probably shut me down if I started uploading these songs. I might start another channel where I fully upload the songs or something. But yeah, we gotta wake up. We gotta awaken those who want to be awakened. And I'm not saying shove the awakened juice down their throat. You know, I'm not saying you gotta stick your awakened stick in their awaken hole. But you know, just be around people, be your true authentic self. You know, don't try to explain yourself too much. Just allow people to bake in the presence of a real one. You know, and don't hold your light back. I did that for a long time, man, and just, you know, laughed at people, you know, laughed at all the jokes, and, you know, and jumped in every conversation I could, and didn't value my time, so I was always around someone else. And then, you know, what happens to you? You become a husk of yourself. You become a husk of what could be, you know? Like, imagine if I just said, "Oh no, I'll just keep hanging out with everyone and just keep having a fun time. I won't start the channel. I'll wait another year to start the channel." Well, I'd probably be like Emea there, just chilling, just a lifeless husk. No love for myself, and who knows if anyone would have real love for me? Because the aesthetic of hard work delves into the relationships too, guys. That's what these girls want. They want the aesthetic that they are working so hard to keep you and all the wonderful, wonderful people in their life. They want the aesthetic that they're working hard for that. But are they actually working hard for that? How many times do they reach out to you? How many times do they think about you? How many times do they give you gifts? Or whatever your love language is. You know, whatever it be, gifts, touch, words of affirmation, time together. Whatever that may be, you know, in whatever way you communicate that, just understand that people don't actually want to meet your needs. They want you to think that you met their needs. They don't want to actually do it. They don't want to actually put in the effort. And I know this because this was surely me. I feel like it's still me to a certain extent. And because I've accepted that fact, I've put very, very low investment on my relationships now. Because I understand that I value intelligence more. I value my alone time more. I value my peace more. And I value my education more. And not only that, a lot of people just want a lot from you nowadays. Like, let's go out to this bar, let's go out to this concert, let's go out to eat. Like, I don't want to spend money on you. And then when I don't want to spend money on you, I'm gonna sit at home and game. I feel like the asshole because I'm suddenly the antisocial gooner construct. But you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up and be like, no, man. No, man. This is what I want to do. This is what I've been doing. This is what, like... Look at that, the goon police behind me. This is my safe space. right here behind this mic, behind this computer. And I've told this to a lot of people nowadays, just surviving to 2025 is a true feat. There's a lot of crazy things going on right now. There's been a 3-day long protest going on right now. There's honestly another civil war brewing in America. So, like, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, know that I feel like it's enough. And because I feel that way, you should feel that way too. The goddess is with us. The goddess will stay with us. And we just have to keep our hope. We just have to keep our hope. Truly and wholeheartedly. I do wish you the best. Wherever you're at, whatever you're getting through today, whether you are in Japan or America. I know those are pretty much the only 2 countries that watch these videos. And I know the situation in the West is weird, but I feel like it's pretty strange out there as well. Asian territories. Over on the island. And so, in these modern times, we have to really be kind to ourselves. I know a lot of you guys love to exercise. So whenever I get pissed off, I like to exercise. That's a guy thing, though. As far as girls go, therapy and talking to things really does help. Talking to things. Yeah, talk to those disgusting creatures. Talk to your other kind, you women. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Let me stop red pilling it. Oh no, it's the evil guy again. Look, how you gonna literally snatch a god? That's fucked up. Don't worry, bro's here. Oh yeah. Because I am a divine vessel. Okay, let me stop. I'm getting too invested in the story. I do like these cutscenes, though. I hope you guys have been enjoying the intros. I know I love making them, so. Fun times will be had, of course. And they always are. Fun times to be had, I'd say. I feel like in the next episode, we'll have probably one of the best cutscenes in the game. Just because let me just say, the ogre females, one of the best body types. If I make a 4th character, you know what we doing. You know what the fuck going on. That's probably gonna be a guy though. Yeah, it's probably realistically it's probably gonna be an ogre guy. But yeah, ogre females, very nice. So we're doing that next time. Not to get too ahead of myself. But yeah, we got this boss. He's pretty easy. This is once again a pretty hard class setup. This is the setup that we'll probably be using for our good old Slotomaton. I forgot his name for a second there. That's the new coin boss. Got to use the magic shit on his bitch ass. And then I think I'm gonna get a new pet as well. I think I'm gonna get the Chimera. Or the upgrade my Lizard Man. Yeah, Lizard Man is another really good AI partner. So we're gonna upgrade our Lizard Man as well. He's kind of like the Armamentalist class. Indeed. Oh, yeah. Dragon mode, so we're probably gonna be done with this boss in just a second here. But yeah, guys, watch yourselves. I'd say, just stay silent, stay in the back. There aren't a lot of real ones left, and it's very hard to find them because a lot of people, like I said, will act like a real one. They will give the aesthetic of a real one, and it's very hard to detect without time and actions. Actions. I'll preach this to the cats come home, man. Motherfuckers love to say shit like, I always do what I say. I'm so honest. I'm an action taker. Yeah, never believe a motherfucker who says they're an action taker. Yeah, that's totally believable. Right, yes, totally. Yes. Let me vocalize the fact that I do not vocalize and take action. Okay, but anyways. Fact of the matter is, world is dangerous. Just like the internet. Oh, bro, save me. So have your bro with you to catch some fireballs for you. You know, if you don't have a bro, you have God. God is your bro. So whatever happens, truly, 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 things will be all right. I don't know who needed to hear that. Probably me. Most likely me. I mean, who else watches these videos? It's just the one view, right? But yeah, don't forget that. Don't forget that. Things will be all right. Okay. 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 And yeah, that's about it for me, guys. That's about it for this one. The Eltona grasp have been grasped, you know. So I hope we all enjoyed this one. I hope you guys do drop me one of those subby wubbies, because I do like those subby wubbies. I feel like this is a subscribe worthy episode. Is this a subscribe worthy episode? Got a car honking outside, so I guess the car had a response. I don't know if it was good or bad. They are still out there just going crazy. Oh my goodness, I think it was a truck. Oh, you know what? It might be the train. It might be the train. As in the train of videos coming along. Yeah, baby. I believe this is gonna be the July drop. This one. Because it's like quote unquote 1/4 of June. And I pretty much got all of June uploaded and ready to go. I've found out that July is gonna be where Mad Edge Gora is gonna get his ass kicked. So I think we're gonna kick his ass and then immediately jump into this, probably. So this might be July or August one. I don't know. But I'm liking the daily uploads. I'm probably not gonna do one more than one a day because that just kind of drowns the feed. But we have gone to one video and one short a day. So I'll probably do a post. Letting you guys know what's up there. We're releasing them at midnight each day. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope we've been playing Dragon Quest a lot. I hope we've been grinding a lot, working on ourselves a lot, and most importantly, protecting your peace and doing nothing. I hope you guys just took a light slice out of your day today. A good 15 to 30-minute chunk to do absolutely nothing. Say it again. Whoa. Yeah. So please do some nothing with me. It's a very important part of the day, I think. Like 30 minutes of goon or 30 minutes of nothing. Yeah. You know what to do. Choice is yours, baby. Choice is yours. We have our final place to go to. We're going to Ogreed to finish off our beginning land quest. We don't go to Tapuku because he already stole them. He stole the Puku King already, so. But we will travel over to Langao Village next time. I hope everybody has a wonderful whatever day I upload this shit on. Please, please, please be kind to yourselves. Gain a few levels. Fuck a few bitches. Suck a couple dicks. And boy, this is a long ass cutscene. These guys just love talking. See, I feel like I'm back at work, And there's just like that one old guy that just keeps fucking talking to me at the end of my shift. I'm like, okay, here we go.